Welcome to the summary of How to Talk to Anyone 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships by Leil Lowndes. Let's uncover the gems together. Key point 1. No one will know what you want unless you say it. So much depends on communication. Verbal or nonverbal, our mastery of it defines whether we will be successful among other human beings. Moreover, it is inevitable because how else would we coexist and progress as a society? It seems straightforward. Say what you want or need, thus putting others in the know. However, many of us fail to do that because of our insecurities. Leil Lowndes' book aims at all people who lack the confidence to speak to others. Sometimes, you don't need immense willpower to initiate a meaningful conversation. Instead, learn the appropriate techniques for doing so. Often, you can't speak your mind not because you're timid, but because no one taught you the right way to do this. How to Talk to Anyone comprises 92 techniques, wittily named by Leil Lowndes. You will learn to make people fall in love with you, appear genuine and credible, break into a packed crowd, and talk like a VIP. Find out what is hiding behind accidental adulation or scramble therapy to get better at talking to people and making them do what you want, sometimes without actually saying what it is. Key point 2. Fascinate everyone without saying a word. First impressions are incredibly powerful. They are holograms that stay in your acquaintance's memory forever, so it's crucial to get it right at the start. The exact moment that two humans lay eyes on each other has awesome potency. Leil Lowndes. Make your smile magically different. Flooding smile. Don't give a quick smile when exchanging pleasantries with someone. Instead, look at the person's face for a second. Absorb their persona before giving a big, warm smile. A sweet smile like that is more impactful when it comes slower. This way, it has more sincerity and credibility and is personalized. Appear intelligent and insightful, sticky eye. Eye contact is essential. Hold your gaze on the other person as you talk. If you must, do it slowly, as if reluctantly. Your partner is likely to feel fond and respectful of you. Make them fall in love with you. Epoxy eyes. Imagine that your eyes are glued to your listener. Make them feel like you can't stop looking at them and no one else. Look only at the listener, your target, not the speaker. Be genuinely interested in their reactions. Win people's hearts, big baby pivot. Treat your new acquaintance as a tiny tyke who crawled next to your feet with a toothless grin. Reward them with a kind, warm smile, and turn your body 100% to them, thus saying they are exceptional. Did you know? In our fast-paced world, we have only 10 seconds to make a first impression, which is indelible. Key point 3. What follows the high? There are different people you might want to start a conversation with. Some people enjoy small talk, others despise it. You want to charm or interest your partner with your personality. Great small talk recipe. Make a mood match. Small talk is supposed to put people at ease. Before you say something, determine your partner's mind by observing their facial expression. To make people more likely to agree with you, you need to match your mood to their tone of voice. Leil Lowndes calls it a psychic holograph. Others will think you have a superb personality, prosaic with passion. Your first words don't matter as much as your actions, demeanor, mood, and delivery. They are nonverbal cues that make up 80% of how others perceive you. Appear positive, passionate, empathetic, and always genuinely interested in your listener. Convince your listener that you are on good terms with how you talk. Make people want to approach you. Always wear a what's-it. Become noticeable within reason. When out, carry or wear something unusual. Strangers will find a reason to approach you as something curious catches their attention. A good what's-it is a spectacular socializing tool. No attention is unwanted if you want to meet new people, so dress up to fuel others' curiosity. Meet the person you want to meet. Who's that? All you need is to ask the party host to introduce you or share 1-2 facts about you. These will serve as fantastic icebreakers. Break into a tight crowd. Eavesdrop in. Wait next to a group of people and eavesdrop. When you see an opportunity, jump in, saying you couldn't help but overhear. They will be shocked at first, but once the air clears, you will be a part of the conversation. Key point 4. Use your knowledge to sound like a VIP. Studies by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching and the Carnegie Institute of Technology show that about 85% of an individual's success is due to communication skills. Find out what a group is doing. What do you do not? Avoid being bold and asking, "So, what do you do?" Try to be oblique and say, "How do you spend most of your time?" The first is a direct statement that you are an outsider to the group, whereas the second implies that you already know the basics about those people and now want the specifics. Have a good response to "What do you do?" Nutshell resume. Learn from the top managers who edit resumes to fit each position they apply for uniquely. Give a personalized summary of your professional achievements for each person you speak to. Before telling what you do for a living, assess what the person might be interested in. Be aware of how your experience would benefit the listener. When introducing yourself, make your life sound fun to whoever you're talking to. Whenever asked, tell the other person about yourself in a unique way. Sound more brilliant than you are, your personal thesaurus. Find synonyms for some of your often used words. Test a few new words to see if they fit your everyday vocab. If they sound superb, start making replacements. Note, what takes your vocabulary from average to creative and memorable is a mere 50 words. Try some new ones for a couple of months and you will sound elite. Commonly overused words are the easiest starting point. These are words like good, pretty, nice, or smart. Key point 5. Get insider information to fit into the crowd. You might often find yourself surrounded by people of different professions using their work slang at a party. Naturally, you remain silent because some terms or phrases make no sense. However, Leil Lowndes insists that you don't have to keep quiet even in situations like this. Be a modern-day Renaissance woman or man. Scramble therapy. Every month, participate in an activity you've never done before. Scramble your life. Go to a lecture or an exhibition. Engage in some sports activity or charity work. You will get 80% of the right jargon and appropriate insider questions from the experiences. Sound like you know about their hobby or job? Learn a little gobbledygook. Gobbledygook is the terminology of a profession that will sound like gibberish to other people. You need to learn it because it makes you sound like an insider. If you have a gobbledygook speaking friend, ask them for some icebreakers. Learning very few words will reap many benefits. Keeps up with the updates, bearing their hot button. Find out the hot issues in their fields before you jump blindly into a group of professionals. Every area has concerns oblivious to the outside world. Ask your contact person to tell you about the industry buzz. Use those topics when the time is right. Approaching a group of professionals from a different sphere, try to find out which burning topics are likely to push their buttons. Secretly learn about their lives. Read their rags. Is the person you want to meet keen on sports? Or are you going to a gathering of Zen Buddhists, accountants, or anyone similar? Subscribe to a couple of magazines to get insider info from articles or headlines. When you are from different countries, clear custom. Before going to a foreign country, look up the do's and don'ts of that culture. Make sure that your compliment, gift, or gestures are appropriate. Key point 6. Here's how you signal to the other person that you two are very much alike. Unlike birds or animals that stick only to their kind and never mix and mingle, humans do and enjoy that very much. We choose others based on how comfortable we are around them and whether they like us back. So how do they? We take the most liking to the people who share our values. Make them feel you are of the same class. Be a copy class. Observe how others move and gesture in a respectful, not creepy way. Do they look classy, trashy, moving fast, or slow? As you do, pretend you are watching a dance class instructor explain the moves. Watch your partner's movement style, and then try to tune in. They will feel more comfortable with you. Make them feel that you're like family, echoing. Use their words, not yours. Listen carefully to their word choice. What adjectives, nouns, and verbs do they use? Pick up some of them and incorporate them into your speech. Hearing these words, your partner will feel like you know and understand each other, sharing the same attitudes and values. Make it clear to them, potent imaging. Strike up a conversation about your listener's interests, yachting, swimming, reading, and so on. Everyone likes something. Use some of the language coming from that sphere or appropriate terminology. Learn to empathize. Employ empathizers. To say that you agree, do you use yeah, or the like? While that does show you agree, it doesn't make your conversation partner want to share more with you. Instead of umming, say phrases like, I see what you mean, or "That's a wonderful thing to say." Such words encourage them to go on with the conversation. Key point 7. How to praise but not go to the dogs of flattery. Studies have shown that compliments from a new person have a more powerful effect than those from someone you already know. Compliments weigh more when said to someone you haven't seen before. When complimenting someone, start with a discreet remark. If your listener is lower on the social ladder, they'll take you more seriously. You can kill your entire relationship with one mishandled compliment, so choose wisely. Compliment anyone. Grapevine glory. Imagine hearing someone compliment you to someone else behind your back. You will feel thrilled and flattered immediately. Tell about someone you like to your friend. This way, you won't seem like an apple polisher trying to win points, leaving the recipient with a happy fantasy. They'll be happy knowing the world appreciates them. Be a carrier of good feelings. Carrier pigeon kudos. A metaphorical pigeon is you carrying good news and praises to others. When you notice someone talking about someone in a good light, compliment them. You may not exactly be given a medal for it, but everyone loves the pigeon who bears kind thoughts and good news. Sing your praises as if they were a slip of the tongue. Implied magnificence. In a conversation, sprinkle positive comments about the person you are talking with. Make your statement come out as casually as possible, but don't give a compliment that highlights something rather negative like, "I would never find that dress so flattering for your body type." Win them over by becoming an undercover complimenter. Accidental adulation. Imagine your conversation as a sentence. You two are discussing general things, and your vis-a-vis says something cool. You respond to that with a regular sentence, and then open a parenthesis to utter something like, "Wow, that was a brilliant thing to say. You are very deep." Become an undercover complimenter to trigger a joyful surprise that makes your listener temporarily deaf to anything that follows. They'll never forget you with a killer compliment. Killer compliment. Make yourself memorable. While you're talking, notice a unique thing you like about them. At the end of the conversation, look them straight in the eye, say their name, and finish with the killer compliment like, "What gorgeous eyes you have," or personal, "You have a wonderful air of honesty about you." Did you know? Be careful not to make your compliments feel artificially crafted. If they do, you will sound insincere and untrustworthy. Instead, find something you like about the person and give a genuine compliment. Key point 8. Get directly into their hearts. Many people know you only by communicating through the phone or different messengers. Yet, they never get to see, smell, and enjoy being around you in an offline world. Let them know who you are, even when talking on the phone. Your personality, mine, and everyone's could be likened to a show, a theatrical performance. You want to make sure yours is a box office smash, not a flop. Leil Lowndes. Inspire people even over the phone. Talking gestures. Whenever you talk on the phone, imagine you are the star of a radio show. They can't see you, so you need to voice what would be nonverbal cues. Make sure they hear your smile, nods, or gestures. Turn them into sounds. Replace your gestures with talk, then boost the whole act by 30%. Sound like you're close by. Name shower. Address people by their first name to get their attention. Calling your listener's name equals the eye contact you might give in person. It will sound like you are flirting as you keep saying someone's name in person, but there's more distance between you on a call, so feel free to use their name once in a while. People engage in a conversation more when you say their name. Make them happy they called you. "Oh wow, it's you." You should always be professional about your work calls, but also imply the warmth you have reserved for the caller. When you find out who you're speaking with, break into a smile that floods your face and shows in your voice. The listener will feel that you are especially happy to hear them. You can also breathe out gently as you break into a smile. Sneak past the gatekeeper. Sneaky screen. If your staff screens your incoming calls, tell them to greet the caller joyfully and ask for the caller's name. If they have identified themselves, have your staff repeat their name before putting the caller through to you. When your secretary informs them that you are unavailable, they won't take it close to the heart or even feel screened. Did you know? When calling someone's home, ask who you're speaking with and greet them. If you need to call someone's office frequently, get acquainted with the secretary. They are always the right people to influence the VIP's opinion of you. Key point 9. You don't have to be a smart politician to work a party. Before going to a party, study the list of invited people. Smart politicians and tempered VIPs arrive a little earlier to get their business done with their people of interest. If you want to be among them, come earlier than the regulars. Avoid the common party blooper, munching or mingling. Experienced politicians and negotiators know that if you want to have a good conversation with another person, nothing can come between them, which is why they don't eat at a party. You have to choose between eating or mingling and never do both. Coming to a party, clear your priorities. Either eat and drink or mingle. Doing both will have you enjoying only the company of yourself. Make an unforgettable entrance. Rubberneck the room. When you arrive at a gathering, make a dramatic stop at the doorway and slowly study the situation, darting your eyes back and forth. Your purpose is not to show off, but survey what is already happening so that you know where and how to fit in. Look for familiar faces or locate the people you would like to meet. Meet the people you really want to meet. Be the chooser, not the choice. You can be proactive and the one who chooses. Find the person you like in the room. Don't wait for others to approach you. Make the first step, and maybe you will meet the love of your life, your best friend, or a long-term business partner. Key point 10. How to break the most treacherous glass ceiling of all. Even when we come with the best intentions, some little things we say may bring us down and leave a negative aftertaste with others. Some people really have no idea they are doing something wrong unless they are told. But do you have to tell them? Let's consider some subtleties many of us are unaware of. Win people's affection by ignoring their failures. See no bloopers, hear no bloopers. A great communicator creates a fantasy where embarrassing moments do not exist. They just don't notice these little things. As a big winner, don't gape at another's gaffes. Never remind people of the moments they are not shining. If you don't point out what others do wrong, they will do the same for you. Win people's hearts when their tongue falters. Lend a helping tongue. Some people need to pluck up their courage to tell a story. When they make a longer than usual pause in the middle of it, don't immediately react. Take your time, encourage them to go back to their story, and ask what happened next, thus showing you are genuinely interested. Let them know what's in it for them. Bear the buried with them. When asking for a favor, inform the other person what's in it for you and what they benefit from. You will seem manipulative if a hidden agenda emerges afterward. Make them want to return the favor. Let them savor the favor. When you do a favor for a friend, let them enjoy it before asking for something back. Wait at least a full day to ask them for help. Ask and get favors. Tit for tat. Do someone a favor. It becomes apparent they owe you one. Be patient. Wait a while before asking for payback. Allow them to enjoy the fact that you helped them because you're their friend. Don't ask for an obvious tit for their tat right away. Conclusion. Understanding human nature and common habits makes it easier to develop communication skills and improve relationships. Remember first impressions. Make your nonverbal cues positive and be well prepared for meetings. By using the techniques we discussed, you will gain the confidence you need to make friends, attract people you want to have in your life, and find reliable business partners. No one is born with a perfect set of communication techniques. We learn these things as we grow, developing and enhancing them. Some people may seem more confident because they know how to approach others. Most of the time, charisma has nothing to do with that. If you want someone to help you, let them know they will also benefit. When you lend someone a favor, don't rush to have them pay you back. Wait for a while, it will make them want to help you. Try this. Before jumping into a conversation, estimate your interlocutor's mood. Listen to their voice carefully to sense their emotional state of mind. Do they sound worried, angry, or perfectly fine? Then, take a look at their facial expression. Does that support the idea you got from voice sampling? If you want them to identify with your thoughts, match their mood to their voice tone before starting the talk. That's all for now. More intriguing summaries are just a click away.